Man, you got some hair coming in, haven't you?
I got to tell you, even before we ever started, I was a little bit skeptical. And then obviously in the first 2 months, you're incredibly skeptical. You're like, what the heck did I get myself into, right? And then somewhere, God, I just think that the big change was probably like, I don't know, 10 weeks, like, 10 weeks in, it started to go. And then, man, in the last month, it just seems like I had someone look at me yesterday, like, oh my gosh, your hair's all the way in. And I'm like, I wouldn't say all the way in, but it certainly is. Yeah, it's been really impressive the last month. So
yeah, you kind of get to 3 months and you sort of think, when is this stuff ever going to grow? Then all of a sudden, it starts to kick in.
Yeah.
We have a look at these. You probably remember these, but before pictures.
Yeah.
From day of procedure. So obviously the hairline marked out there, and I mean, really, you didn't really have a hairline, to be honest.
So the best part about it is I don't have this vantage point, right? So I'm not seeing what you're seeing on that. So yeah,
that is crazy. Wow.
I think just from a logistical thing. So I, for whatever it's worth, I think somewhere in there 6 weeks, whenever I started to use some Rogaine. So I'm using some Rogaine. I guess it's not Rogaine, but it's minoxidil, the generic version of that. And then I have not done any of the DHT blocking stuff. So I kind of did my own little research. You may chuckle at this, but I looked for natural DHT blockers, and I kept seeing pumpkin seed oil. So I've been taking pumpkin seed oil on a day. So that may be completely and utterly useless, but that's what showed up on my internet searches. So
yeah, like on the DHT blockers, it's one of those things where, from a medical point of view, it's and obviously I'm not a physician, but a bit of experience in this, and it's hard to go past the medically proven ones. But saw palmetto is another one that's very popular, natural herbal supplement. And in an ideal world, you're doing two things, right? You're obviously putting back what you've lost, but you're keeping what you've got, so you don't have continued loss. One of the nice things that the physician did was work up into your strong hair. And I noticed when you tilt forward, just the density you've got through the top as well, just simply because we over transplanted all the way up into that fitting area. So you've really got, like, the face is nicely framed. It's a very age specific looking hairline. I'm extremely happy with where you're at, and really what is a very early stage. Do me a favor, Brad, can you sort of just turn sideways so I can see a little bit of a side profile? Oh yeah. Yep. You can see the other side. Nice. Awesome. Yeah. And your result will generally peak at about 8 to 12 months post-transplant. So it's just going to keep getting thicker all the way through to that sort of 8 to 12 month window. Keep on that same plane. Just come in a little bit closer to the camera for me, if you don't mind. Yeah, man. Wow. You can really see that. A little bit closer. Wow. That's awesome, man. Well, that's great at 4 months. And at the moment also, you've got hairs all at different kind of stages of the growing cycle. So you'll have some long ones, some short ones. And as they kind of all catch up and you get haircuts, you'll have the ability to kind of layer and shingle the hair to maximize cosmetic impact as well. If we had have said, all right, how are you going to look 4 months post-transplant, and we fast forwarded to where you are now, I mean, you're right on track. The harvest area looks great. You're keeping the hair short. It looks super natural. Have you heard from Raj at all? Or?
I haven't talked to Raj at all about. I've talked to him about his tennis, but I haven't talked to him all about the hair. So I need to do that at some point. We're gonna get chuckle together.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. Hey, look, this is fantastic. I mean, you're right where you need to be. Any other specific questions for me, kind of at this juncture?
Yours. Your how long? It's been 20 years since you did yours. Is that right?
Yeah, it'll be 20 years next year. So November 2005, I had mine. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I was 33 when I had it, 32 when I had it done. I'm 51 now. So
how thin were you?
So
yeah.
That was me. So, you know, my hairline was kind of in place, but I had a general thinning kind of right through the top of the scalp. So, you know, I've done Rogaine, finasteride have kind of been my staples, and I've been pretty consistent with those modalities. And it's, you know, to be fair, it's probably a little thinner than it was, you know, 5 years ago, but that's kind of normal as you age. But yeah, it's obviously still up there. I need a haircut at the moment, actually, but that's a good problem to have. So
okay,
I'll stay with it. I'll stay with it. So yeah, 20 years next year.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, man. I'll be looking forward to seeing you do well next season and getting the face up there with all this new hair.
Sounds good, Darren.
See you, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Take it easy.